but he wasn't, I would just shorten it to Sucky. As in
Sucky.
Why would you do
Yo,
that to
come
me?
suck.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of An Interesting Discussion Sometimes. I'm here with the regular boys. That's Christian, Haran, and Harsha. And today we're joined by a special guest, a good OG friend of ours, Arth. Arth, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello. I'm Arth. And
Hey.
yeah, I guess I'm at the same age as everyone else. I don't know.
But what do you do?
What are you, Art?
Nothing too exciting. Right now I'm a med student at VCU.
Wow.
That's my life, for better or worse.
Fucking
Why'd
nerd.
Why'd you say it like that? Like it wasn't impressive whatsoever.
No, it is very impressive. I was trying to gas it up. Y'all ain't saying shit, bro. Let's gas them up. A med student at VTU?
Woo!
Let's hear it.
Get a load of this guy. Go Rams.
That's what happens when I try to be supportive of my friends, guys.
Dude,
No one ever believes me.
there's a first for everything, Haran.
So at this point, Arth is going to end up spending about 8 years in Richmond. So it's probably like a second home for him now. Arth, how do you like Richmond?
It's all right. I mean, yeah, so I went to VCU for undergrad, and I lived, I guess, on the undergrad campus, and now I live closer to the downtown area. So in some ways, it's like really familiar, but in other ways, I guess it's a whole different world. Richmond's okay. I mean, it's definitely like a city, but it's also like not. Like, I would say it's a small city, but it's more exciting than a suburb. But I mean, I like it. I like it there. I'm excited for the next 3 years.
How many gunshots have you heard?
Only one
Whoa.
actually so far.
Okay.
So yeah, I used to live on the safer side for the last 4 years. And then this year I live closer to the downtown area. So
Mhm.
I have heard some criminal activity, but nothing too crazy.
Criminal activity.
Yeah,
Better
actually,
than
I mean,
Blacksburg.
the gunshot thing is kind of funny. The way it happened, it wasn't like a serious like oh, someone's robbing a store or anything. It was just like there was a biker gang that goes to this like 7-Eleven, and there was a rival biker gang that just came to that 7-Eleven. I don't know why they like 7-Eleven so much, but somebody accidentally like fired their gun,
Accident.
and so they didn't even mean to fight anybody, but yeah, that was how the gunshot happened.
Damn. They just say you'll never be going to that 7-Eleven again? Or if you have been
I
there
mean,
before.
the taquitos. I feel like you can't not go.
He's like, and that's when I
That's
joined the
fair.
biker gang.
Arth, is this 7-Eleven that we went to?
No, there's so many 7-Elevens, dude. 7-Elevens take over the game. But nah, it was not the same 7-Eleven.
So how is med school during a pandemic? Is it? I mean, I guess you won't know what it's like otherwise because you haven't been a student during a non-pandemic yet. But
That's
like,
fair.
is it? Yeah.
I think it. I mean, you can probably relate in some ways, but it definitely sucks. Like, you don't see that many people. I go in maybe like once every 2 weeks, and that too, I see like a very small like subset of our class, just because they want to maintain like the whatever guidelines. And so, I mean, like it's okay. Like it definitely isn't ideal. And the way med school works for the first like year and a half to 2 years is when you mainly meet your cohort. And then the last 2 years you're in the hospital. So you're kind of just working all the time. So you don't really see people as much. So the first 2 years are definitely more integral to like making friends. But yeah, the pandemic has definitely made things a lot harder to just like meet people. And I mean, like our class representatives or whatever will do a good job of organizing things, but like it's definitely not like the real thing. Like, you can't go out, you can't just like go like to Hokey House or whatever it is.
Mhm.
So yeah,
I didn't think about that actually. Is like, at school, I sort of looked forward to, Thursday, Friday, because I mean, we had like the downtime and like we could go out and do things. Doesn't even have to be like partying, but like, whatever it may be, whatever was going on that week, like farmers market or whatever bullshit. But like you don't have that sort of escape.
Hey,
So,
yo, pause. Farmers market, my guy?
yeah.
Christian, we
Farmers
went to
market
it,
wasn't
right?
that bad.
We
I've
went
been
to
We
it
went
a
to it
bunch of
once.
times.
a bunch of times.
I've been like 4 or 5 times.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, you
keeping
would.
my eye
I'm just
on you.
I'm saying I'm trying to I'm
I
trying
mean,
to
Harsha
bring
got
up,
up by
like,
the time
activities
they
in
all
it.
packed up the farmers market. To be fair, so
Dude, yeah, when I think of exciting activities, I think of the farmers market.
Hey, but to be fair,
I
it
gotta
is
come at me like
Blacksburg,
that.
not Richmond. So
It's true, that's fair. I mean, like, the other thing that's really sucked, as the pandemic has gone on, I feel like we kind of forget that coronavirus is a thing because it's so normalized. So you always get, like, the opportunity to go out too, and I guess you're faced with that responsibility of maintaining a balance. And, like, for me, who, I guess, like, I constantly see, like, either family or friends that are living with their family, it's tough because you really want to go out, but then you remember that you can get it to other people. So like that sucks too. Just knowing that like you have to be careful because other people aren't necessarily careful. And like
Yeah.
there have been cases in our class, but I mean, you just gotta do what you can to not get the Rona.
yeah.
are you
Wait,
gonna
so-
find like the super cure?
Dude, isn't there a vaccine out now?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
my sister actually
better one.
got her first, I guess, injection for the vaccine. Like, there's 2 different
Mm.
doses, so she got the first dose for the vaccine today.
Wait,
I haven't
is
seen
your
her yet,
sister
so
like a-
hopefully she's still alive. But what?
Is your sister like an essential healthcare worker?
Yeah, she's a scribe, so she's working at the hospital 3
Oh,
times a
dang.
week. Yeah.
yeah, my aunt got one too, like a couple weeks ago. She's
Oh,
a
dang.
she's a nurse at like one of the huge hospitals around here. She works like fucking 45 hours a week, like time and a half. It's been like a rough like year pretty much, but yeah, it's good that like the people that need it are like getting it first, obviously. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
good
my
to see
sister
them.
being essential is definitely a question mark, but she is a healthcare worker, I guess.
Wait, Arth, do
Dude.
you not? I know like some med students I've seen on like Instagram that I followed have gotten the vaccine. Are you gonna be one of those people?
So I think VCU has determined that their students are non-essential.
Mhm.
Damn.
So I'm just kidding. But no, we're not going to get it early, I think. Just the students. The ones that are in the hospital are, but not important enough. When do you think we're going to get the vaccine? Do you guys know?
I was
Not
thinking
for a while.
summer. I read in some places like summertime.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
year.
it's gonna be 6 to 9 months, I think.
Nice range you got there.
Thank you. Arth, what's your favorite place to eat at in Richmond?
Oh, that's actually a tough question. I feel like Richmond.
Art, there's only one right answer.
I hate you. Oh my gosh. So
Is Harsha
on.
the right
Every-
answer?
every time Harsha and then one of our other friends, Ankit, and then another one, Anant, they'd come to Richmond one of the first few times. And like there's this restaurant in Richmond called Juan Gonzalez, which is basically like this like
Oh.
I think it's like Chinese food mixed with Mexican food.
So racist,
definitely questionable naming for sure, but the food's not bad. It's like a cool mixture. But for some reason, they're just obsessed with this place. It's not like
what's like
it's
the
not
staple there?
amazing.
What kind
Oh,
of?
the staple is like orange chicken in a burrito.
I mean, that sounds pretty nice. That's pretty nice.
It's
Yeah,
definitely
there's a
not
Mexican
bad.
fusion though. It's just like a tortilla wrapped around it.
And so what's even
But they
better
give some
now-
chips on the side though,
Oh,
Yeah,
you
they
gotta
do
you
give
gotta love the
some.
chips on the side.
and margaritas.
On the side, that just comes.
Oh no, you have to buy,
Yeah.
buy it and it comes.
It's
on
like
the side.
margaritas made with sake or something.
And so yeah, now I live super close to that restaurant. So when Harsha and Ankit came over, they would ask for Wong every single meal. We never got it, which was the funniest part too. I don't understand. I mean, it's definitely like it's not a bad restaurant, but I wouldn't say it's the best one in Richmond. But yeah.
What's your go-to though?
Gochu's tough. We have a Roots there. I do like the Roots. What's a go-to for me? There's this really good pasta place that I like. It's like a local restaurant called Bombolini's. I think the cool part about Richmond is there's a lot of local places,
Mhm.
like
Hmm.
what's it called, Mom and Pop or something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harsha,
So
why are you making a
they're
face?
I don't know what it's called.
Huh?
I don't know.
Harsha's like been making a face for the last like 30 seconds.
No, I don't make a face. I'm just
You like
He's
you look like
food.
you're skeptical of what Art
yeah,
is
because
saying.
he's not saying Wong, but yeah.
It's definitely, I can tell you it's not Wong. Wong is not my favorite place there.
Do you eat that? Do you eat out that much? Or do you?
I actually try
cook,
not to. I'm trying to like cook more now. So,
Mm.
but I definitely ate a lot during undergrad. I think like the cool part about the food scene there is because it's so competitive, you see
Mm.
like a cycle
makes
of
sense.
restaurants coming in and going out and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
And so it is a little sad, but it's also cool to be able to try like different foods.
I mean, you're not a restaurant owner, so you're just vibing, you know.
Yeah, you know, I'm just
Sucks
I'm
for
there
those
for the
guys, I
food,
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I have a favorite necessarily. I mean, I do like there's a burrito place called I Caramba I really like. There's the pasta place I really like. Yeah, I mean, there's this cool pizza. There's a lot of pizza places there. Oh, there's this really good Thai place. There's a lot of Thai food in Richmond, so I like Sabai. But
Dude,
yeah.
I'm just so jealous
think
of
I've
all
been
these
there.
options.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, it's like crazy. You can
We got
walk
fucking.
anywhere.
We had.
You can, and then driving is probably like a couple minutes. That's the cool part about it. Yeah.
We had absolutely nothing in Blacksburg.
Now there was that one diner that we drove. That was literally probably like 3/4 of a mile down the road from our apartment that we drove past. We always
Looks
thought it was the
super
shittiest
sus,
place.
bro.
But we were like, "Hey, we got to eat there before we graduate." But we never even went to the
That's
fucking
definitely
door.
where the biker gangs would meet up in Blacksburg. At that place, bro. 100%.
Bro,
I saw always some motorcycles parked outside of that place.
But yeah, going back to the question you guys asked me earlier about like if I'm excited about Richmond, I think that is something that I am excited about, is just continuing to explore the food scene more.
Mhm.
Because like there's so many places I haven't tried. So just being able to go out and try a new place is always exciting.
You
I
should
feel like
film a
there's always
mukbang.
like a new restaurant on the block, you know, too. Like,
For
there's
sure,
always new
yeah.
stuff coming out.
And they get like really good fusions. Like another place I tried earlier in
Don't
the
fucking say
year-
Harsha.
Don't say Wong. There's this other place called Soul Taco, which I'm not actually sponsored by any of these places. I just like
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah,
Soul
see, dude.
Taco is just like soul food mixed with Mexican food, and it's also really good. So.
Oh, I thought it was Seoul, like Korea. I thought it was like Korean
Oh.
tacos.
So if you could tell any incoming med student like one piece of advice, what would you say?
I don't think I know enough yet to be able to give that advice, but I mean, I'd just say like be as social as you can, and it's okay to not get the best grades. Like, I think a lot of us going into med school, and even just like in general, really like to do well on things, like if we have an opportunity to and if we really like it. And
Yeah,
so
it's
we feel
overrated.
the need to do well. And like the med school admissions process, it is like a little difficult in that you have to like do well in school, get good grades on tests and whatever, do well on the MCAT. And so everyone there is naturally, I think, competitive. And even the applicants that don't get in are competitive and who eventually do or whatever get in. And so we're like so used to just like trying our hardest to get like an A or whatever. And med school is pass fail. So you just need a 70 or higher. So something that I'm still adjusting to is being okay with not doing like as well on tests and stuff, to just like
Mhm.
go have fun with like some of the homies or socialize or
Yeah, if you
Because-
guys didn't know, Art passed undergrad with like 103 average grade.
no, I don't know about that. But I'll take the Artha. I'll take that.
I'll take
Art, actually, what I'm curious about is, and I've always wondered this about people who study like medicine or dentistry or like stuff like about the human body, right? It's like as you learn more and more about the human body, and what's good for it and what's bad for it, and like causes of different bad things, I guess, that could happen. Do you
Yeah.
feel worse about making like unhealthy decisions? Like if you eat like a whole pizza in one sitting, you know, like it's like worse because you know exactly what's happening in your body, you know.
Or you go to Juan Gonzalez.
It's actually funny that you mentioned that because I think to an extent, yeah. I think so. We just had one of the units we had earlier was like infections. So we learned about all the bacteria and viruses and like how you can get them and whatever. And like we pretty much learned anything you do can like make you sick. And it's a little
Great.
scary because we've lasted 22 years not dying. And so there's like the fact that there's so many things out there that you can get sick from or just like hurt from, even like bacterial wise, which is the only unit I kind of know somewhat well. It was crazy. It did make me like more aware, but also I think it's cool to realize that we have made it this far without dying. So I feel like you got to take it a little with a grain of salt in that like we have tough immune systems and like we know what we're doing, you know.
Wait, does that
So-
mean WebMD is right when they
Bro,
say
I
any
was
symptom
literally
I
thinking
have
the
has
exact.
cancer?
I was thinking the same thing.
I saw this funny meme the other day that was like, it's like me, I have a headache, and then WebMD, this will be your last.
It's so goddamn accurate.
I think, yeah, my take on WebMD is just like, it's great that it's making like things more accessible and like people more aware. But also, like, yeah, like I'd take it with a grain of salt. Probably trust a real doctor. Go if you're concerned, but also don't be like super like, oh no, I'm gonna die.
If I was a doctor and I had a patient that came in and like I gave my diagnosis and they're like, well, according to WebMD, bro, I swear to God, I would slap the shit out of them.
That's the thing. Like, you can't be too paranoid about everything because, like, yeah, technically everything can kill you, but it
Yeah.
hasn't. You know, so
Yeah.
What's the most like, I don't know, not like scarring, but like, what's probably like the worst experience you've had with med school so far?
It depends on what you mean by worst, but
Like
Not
really
your
bad.
best.
well, thank you for that one, Harsh.
Not like where like like I shouldn't have done this or something like that, but like just something where you're like, oh fuck, like I fucked that up or something like that. I don't know.
That's also a tough one.
Okay, are there that many or like?
I feel like we haven't had that many experiences yet. It's just been like the grind is just like you learn, you study, you take a test, and then like every 2 weeks we'll have like a sample patient or whatever. But nothing's been like super high stakes yet. It's all just kind of, we just finished our introductory block, and so there hasn't been anything too crazy.
What about most like awkward or like weird experiences?
So, okay, I do have like a weird experience. So yeah, the context is every like 2 weeks we do like these diagnostic reasoning cases, which is essentially like we're given a patient, we're allowed to use like Google or whatever and like research articles and try to diagnose them, like the patients with the fake diseases. And so we were doing an interview, and we do these in groups of 6. We were doing interviews, and I wasn't the interviewer, but I was in the room, the Zoom room or whatever. And it was an 80-year-old woman who presented with whatever she had. And so the people that are interviewing in my group, like, huge props to them, but they were like taking like patient history, whatever, and then we just like, what's going on? And then we got to family history, which is something that the med school really wants us to like hone in on. So
Mhm.
so for family history, you ask like, oh, what's wrong with your parents, grandparents? And so we started off, and she goes like, oh, my mom has whatever, but daddy has. And I thought I wasn't listening at first. So I tried to hold my laugh, and I was like, there's no way. There's no way an 80-year-old woman does this. And then they do grandparents next. So she's like, so yeah, my mom's side grandparents, they have like diabetes, whatever. And then daddy's side, and I swear, she emphasized it even more the second time. And I couldn't do it. So I started laughing, and I muted myself on Zoom. And I was like, oh God, that was probably awkward for me. And then afterward, she didn't like ask me, but she just like commented like, hey, during the patient interview, you can't really laugh at what the patients are saying. And I was like, what do you expect from me? What would you guys do in that situation?
Definitely
I'm,
laugh.
I'm
I'd
definitely
laugh
in
too.
tears, bro.
I
Easily.
would have laughed off mute, bro.
I don't know how no one else in my group laughed. I was
But maybe it
impressed.
was a test, you know.
Oh,
Keep your
probably.
composure.
They're always getting you, man. But yeah, and then I've heard a couple other funny stories. So there's like we're expected to do like physical exams so that we know like how to inspect and what to look for. So
Where do I sign up?
You actually can sign up, and apparently it pays okay.
I'll
But
drive to Richmond. Fuck.
but so the way that this one was, it's a GI exam, so it's not like a colonoscopy or anything, but like to check for the prostate in males, I think you gotta like.
Where do I
gotta-
sign up?
Christian seems awfully interested.
Hey, man, if I get paid too, I mean that's just a bonus.
And so there was this like one super bold like patient, which they're all like fake patients that just sign up to be, I guess, touched by students. and so this guy, like, he had to go to the bathroom.
Wait, where's the sign up page again?
Dude, I'll
I'll share it. I got you already.
I'll plug it at the end of the podcast.
You wanna get touched by students?
And so this guy had to go to the bathroom, and he was like in between patient encounters or whatever, so he didn't have much time. So this guy just runs like butt naked to the bathroom with nothing on. And when he comes back, they're like, "Why'd you do that?" And he was just like, "Everyone here has seen everything. I have nothing to hide."
That's fair.
That's fair. Yeah.
It's pretty bold.
It's a power move, honestly.
It is a power move.
He now runs the hospital. Yeah, just like that guy had to take a potty break, we're gonna have to take an ad break in order to fund our patient exercises, if you know what I mean. All right, guys, welcome back to part 2. We're already midway through January of 2021. Currently, we have no idea how the fuck it's going because to us it's still 2020, but hopefully it's going a lot better. I think inauguration day is soon. So that's something to look forward to. But speaking of DC, Tarun, I heard you went to DC today. How was that?
Yes, Christian, I did go to DC today.
Okay, robot.
No, so yeah, I think last week I was just feeling like really antsy, being at home for so long. I don't know if I've gone out in like a month and a half really. So I texted our friends Emily and Amara if they wanted to go to DC and like just hang out, I guess. So we went to Georgetown. We got actually I wanted sushi, but all the sushi restaurants were closed for some reason. So we ended up getting like Sweet Green instead. And then
Hey, that's what I got last time I went to Georgetown.
true, nice. What'd you get? Which bowl?
I think it was pesto chicken. Or
Hey,
that
you
one-
bet.
That
That's
shit
what
was
I got
good,
too.
dude. That was
Yeah,
really
it was
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it actually really was. Despite it being quinoa, which I usually don't like.
Yeah, I was
Um,
very skeptical, but it was good.
But yeah, we just got like Sweet Green. We sat by the waterfront and like ate, and then we basically just like walked around like the nice neighborhoods of Georgetown, like behind the shops and stuff, and then we walked around Georgetown campus for a little bit. There wasn't like that many people, which is relieving, and the weather was also super fucking nice. Like it was, I think it was about like 55 or so. And I wore just like a cardigan and like a thick t-shirt, and I was like feeling kind of warm already, so it was nice. It was a good day.
How's Georgetown campus? I've never actually been.
It kind of looks like Harry Potter shit, like really expensive and stony.
Didn't they film like a horror movie on like the stairs at the Georgetown campus? I think it was.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Fuck. I don't know which one it was. One of like it was like a 70s horror, like one of the famous ones. But I can't remember the name of it.
I'm not sure.
That did make me think about like post-COVID plans though. What's the first thing you guys as a trip think you would do after COVID's like not a thing?
Trip to Wong.
Conley.
Trip to Conley.
I'm thinking honestly, like as soon as I get vaccinated, I'm just gonna go because like I'm thinking once I get vaccinated, it won't be like directly back to work and all that stuff. I might have like a couple months in between before it goes back to normal. So I was thinking I'd go like literally live in like a different state or go to Hawaii or something for like a month and just work from there.
Yeah, it's like the only time we could do that.
Mhm.
So
But wouldn't you like for example, Hawaii? Like, wouldn't you? I mean, like, yeah, it'd be cool to like live there for like a month. It's like a totally different experience.
Mhm.
But if like everybody's vaccinated, like, wouldn't you also maybe want to hang out with friends?
I'll bring friends to
cock, no.
Hawaii.
But also like time difference and stuff. For like
Yeah.
Oh,
your early morning scrums and shit.
Time, yeah. So actually,
Oh.
I thought about this before. So the time difference, basically, if I started working at 9 o'clock in Eastern time, that would be 3 a.m. in Hawaii.
Oh
But
my
here's the thing, right?
god.
So like,
Wait,
hear
just
me
don't
out,
even
hear me
sleep,
out.
bro. It's
No, no, no,
perfect.
No, listen. So 3 a.m. to like 12 p.m., right? I would have to work like 9 hours. Like if you include lunch and whatnot. And then like after 12 p.m., like it's midday, my day is done really. I would just go out and do stuff until like basically like 7 p.m. when it starts to get dark there. And then I'd eat dinner and just pass out immediately. And then, if I slept at like 8 p.m. and woke up at 3 a.m., that's like what, 7 hours of sleep, It's not
Dude, you
bad.
sound like an old man.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Sleeping at 8 p.m.
Well, I have to, because I have to wake up at fucking 3 a.m. to work.
Just
Wait, but Trin,
sounds-
when are we gonna record the podcast? I guess we can do it midday. Midday
No,
or
no.
awake. Yeah.
If I do that for like a month, we definitely have to pre-record like 6 episodes in advance. Bro.
Whew, I could see like, I don't know, what's a state in the U.S. that you would like to stay in for like a couple weeks? Let's just go with a couple
Oh,
weeks.
Richmond?
Oh,
That's
Virginia?
not a state,
Sorry,
buddy.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, Emily was telling me Colorado would be cool. Colorado.
Yeah, I think a lot of people go to like Colorado.
Everyone's been going to
Utah.
Colorado, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
The
The mountain backdrop, it's kind of cool. Different.
You can try out skiing too. I never actually done that.
hmm
You've never been skiing at all? Well,
Mm-mm.
Same.
it's tough, bro.
Is it dangerous?
No, it's
Yeah.
not. It's not really dangerous.
Yeah, it is. It depends. It depends.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're your first time going, like you just don't go on the fucking black trail and shit. You'll be fine. Like you just go on like the
Yeah.
easy ones.
I also
Don't you
know
know
people that
the-
have torn their ACLs from.
Yeah, no,
skiing,
but it's,
so-
it's definitely intensive on the knees. But like if you go on like on this like the easy like the beginner trails are like not that steep, so you should be technically okay. When I went like 2 years ago, after like 2 or 3 days, like I definitely felt it in my knees. But my knees also like I had problems with them like 4 or 5 years back. So I think it depends. Some people, I think like if you're small, like it's definitely easier because you have a lower center of gravity.
Dude, what are you trying to say about me?
Nah, I'm not saying about you, bro. You got there yourself. I didn't even have to say anything. But yeah, if you're like small, you have a low center of gravity, so like it's easier to control. I couldn't really control my movement as well as I would have wanted to, at least. So I struggled.
Christian, do you ski a lot up there?
Bro, I've never been skiing, and I lived in the fucking mountains for like 12 years. I could not do any of the snow sports. I tried doing snowboarding like a little bit, but like I just wasn't really my thing. I don't really like being outside in the cold a lot. Like I appreciate the snow, and I like wintertime, but being out there for more than like an hour or an hour and a half, like it just going through snow, and like you never know if there's ice underneath because you can't fucking see. I mean, I've been hiking in the winter, and it's such a bitch. So no.
Yeah, no, face planting many times on the while skiing
Yeah.
was definitely not that fun. Junior saying something.
It's stupid, but what's the rule for skiing? It's like if you want to slow down, it's a pizza, and then if you want to, the other thing, it's
French
like
fry.
French fry. Yeah, okay. I'll keep that in
Ryan,
mind
did you-
for Colorado.
But if you like do pizza too hard, then you're just gonna fucking fall.
That's straight. I'm
soft
still
pizza.
stopping.
I mean, but okay, yeah, sure. I mean, ideally you wouldn't want to fall, but yeah. There was one time when I went this past 2 years where I don't think I was going on the right trail, or like it was. So like I went to like I think a more sophisticated ski resort, like with the actual snow and not like the artificial ones that you can
Powder.
find.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you find like in Pennsylvania and stuff. But yeah, so I was like on the trail and like it was like kind of confusing. I didn't know like which side I was supposed to be on, and I clearly went to the wrong side. I think I went to the side where like snowboarders do like the tricks and shit. But anyway, there was like a part in the trail where like it was just a bunch of just like bunny ramps. Like it was just like hills, but like they're very small. So I think like you could like jump over that shit and like do stuff like that. But I had no idea what I was doing. So on the first like kill, I guess I just went up really high and then fucking just came crashing down really
Oh my
badly.
God.
And then like I stopped like a bunch of like skiers behind me, and they were like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine, man." But I was in so much pain. And then I think I stopped skiing for that day. But like, yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, I know the place that you went. Like, I had a lot of kids in high school that went there. And had you ever been skiing before?
I'd been twice, and both of those times were at I think Whitetail. Like that shit's like an artificial ski resort.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe your friends like were pretty good at skiing, but I don't know what the fuck they thought they were bringing you into.
Yeah, no, some of them were
But yeah.
pretty good. I think it was just me and this other person that wasn't as good, but she got way better than I did over the 3 days. So yeah,
Yeah. When thinking of places to be for like a couple weeks, I like initially went to like Arizona because I feel like it would be cool to be in the desert. Like I've never really experienced. I mean, maybe Texas, but I don't know, somewhere that's really dry. Like I miss dry weather. Everything just gets so fucking humid or whatever. But I would like to spend some time because like it gets really hot during the day, right? But then at night it can get really cold too.
Mhm.
So I want to kind of experience what that's like a really small, like little, I don't know, condo in the desert or something. I think that would be pretty cool.
how about you, Harsha?
Harsha,
Oh.
I know you want to go back to fucking Akron, but where were you thinking?
Probably LA, just because I've never been there, and just I want to be like on a city in the West Coast, and I heard it has perfect weather all the time. So
Hey, San Francisco's pretty nice, man. I'm
yeah,
sure
fuck
you'll like-
no, bro. It's so it smells like shit. It's always overcast, and it's cold. So, it wasn't. It's not
that
great weather.
cold.
Yeah, but like for what you expect like California weather to be, like it's not. I would rather go to LA than San Francisco.
Did Harsha tell you about that one time? In the oh my god! So we're talking about San Francisco. We went to San Francisco, I think like last year, basically
Yeah.
before COVID, whenever that was. And we were in SF visiting Ankit, and I don't actually remember how we got there, but we were in Chinatown, and like
Oh, Wong.
yeah. I guess. And like we were walking, and I guess someone needed to pee, so we found a hospital because I guess we knew hospitals had bathrooms, and we went into the bathroom. We went in together because that's just what we do.
No further questions.
Yeah. It's just how it is. It was me, Ankit, Harsha, and Anat, so that I'm throwing all of us under the bus instead of just me. And as soon as we entered, we just see like a turd in the middle of the bathroom.
we really had to go though. We really had to go.
It didn't stop us. Some of us would like spread our legs to make sure we didn't like step on it.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that sums up SF for me.
I actually had a pleasant time when I went a couple years back. Actually, I went twice. And both times
Dude,
I
don't
liked
go to the Chinatown hospital.
it. I don't think I went to that area, but like Ghirardelli Square and like that place is nice.
Yeah, it was cool. Then we tried to go in, and I think it was too expensive. We just left.
Wait,
No, we
did you
got
say-
free chocolate though.
Oh, we got free chocolate. Yeah.
And then we left.
Oh, it's actually Ghirardelli, like the chocolate brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cool. Was it made there or something?
I think the factory is there.
Yeah,
Oh.
that might be it.
I thought
Mm.
Ghirardelli was like a fucking Italian or some shit chocolate brand.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I'm checking.
I don't know any. Are there any Italian chocolate brands that are famous?
I mean, he has a really long Italian-sounding name.
It was founded
Ghirardelli.
Yes,
Yeah, Ghirardelli.
It's owned by some Swiss people, but it was founded in San Francisco.
Oh.
Damn, you were all sorts of wrong.
Can you look up Italian chocolate? I want to see if there's any brand names that we know.
Sure.
Ferrari.
Harsha,
chocolate.
would you? Is
It's
LA?
It's Ferrero. Like, what's the one like Ferrero Rocher or something? You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Ferrero Rocher.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's one of them that came up when I searched that.
I was thinking Ferrari, and that's what I thought of Ferrari.
And then another one that came up was Baci, Baci.
Becky.
I've never heard of
Becky.
that.
That's
Baci.
Jackie's alter ego.
Baci.
Harsha,
Yeah, that's
you
all.
wanting to go to LA? Does it have anything? Is there any correlation?
No,
with
no, no,
LeBron
no,
being
no.
there?
No.
Oh, shit, I didn't even think
wanted to
about
go
that.
there.
That's a good point.
Nah, I feel like by the time I go there, he'll be gone anyways. But I just
Damn.
wanted to go there just to see how it is. Or
I
it's
feel
like
LA's
where
just
Tarun
crowded,
went,
man.
where Tarun went to like Seattle and Vancouver, like that area with all that nature stuff. I feel
Oh,
like
I
that's
bet
pretty cool, too.
Vancouver was pretty.
Yeah, you sound very excited about all that nature stuff.
Yeah, you know what I mean. though.
Harsha gets there on the weekend. It's kind of like, oh yeah, we're gonna go at like 7 a.m. and go hike. Harsha's like, yeah, next weekend, bro. I got you.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that's the
nature
whole
stuff.
year.
What about you, Art? Where would you like to reside for a couple of weeks?
Or just like, where do you want to go once Corona ends?
Med
Like you asked.
I mean, I definitely want to hit up Japan at some point. I think that'd be kind of
Bro.
cool.
Yes,
shout.
bro.
Yeah,
Let me know.
I know
bro.
before COVID, a couple of us were gonna go to Spain, so I also want to do that at some point.
I got you.
Dude, oh yeah, I forgot you studied abroad there.
Yeah.
But I guess like immediately after the vaccine, probably like somewhere like Colorado.
What'd you say like that?
Because that's the right way to say it.
Because
Oh,
it's
like,
rad, dude.
Rad.
Or let's go together.
Dude, I'd be down.
And let's go to Japan right after.
I want to go to Japan.
All right. Okay.
Dude, Japan would. I feel like Japan's awesome.
Yeah,
It
we
just
can go for
seems
I feel
like
like-
something
Dude,
that
go
the
for
like,
culture
we can
just
go for the
seems so,
Tokyo
like-
Olympics, bro. 2021, if it's still happening, I don't know. It might. Be
There's no
postponed
way,
again.
right? I don't know.
I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
things will start being normal after this
I mean,
upcoming
they could
summer.
now that they have
Mhm.
like time to plan it. They could do it so that all the Olympians are like in like a bubble, I guess. And like I don't know how well that will work. I don't know how many events they can hold, but
I
Wait,
can
it's
tell you
happening
that-
right in July.
Yeah.
I mean that's the
I
plan.
think
But I don't
so.
know if that's like pending or like it's like gonna be moved.
No, they're really gunning for it because I can tell you just from like the jobs I've looked at that they are fully prepared to have everything be as remote as possible when it comes to the not like actual athletes.
Mhm.
Like when it comes to
the coverage and stuff.
CBS and all their
Wait,
tons of
CBS does the
stuff.
Olympics? I thought NBC.
yeah, that's why I meant NBC, whatever.
You were so
like, they're-
confident about that.
Me?
Yeah.
Like NBC always has the Olympics. They
Oh.
always-
You always see the ads.
yeah.
But yeah, they're definitely like making a full force for like making sure it goes on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if it doesn't happen this year, they're not gonna bring it to Tokyo. I mean, they're just gonna move it to like a different. They're just gonna wait till 2024 if it doesn't happen this year.
That would
Did
suck,
Japan-
man. It sucks with people that like
That'd be crazy.
like a lot of these like, Olympians like they have to depend on like on this like those cycles.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, to make their name.
Did Japan already have a like stadium for it, or did it have to build it for this one specifically?
I'm sure they
I'm
had to build some stuff because there's no way that you would be able to like accommodate all of the different kinds of like events
Yeah.
in what you already had. Like I'm sure they definitely had like big stadiums because I know baseball is really huge in Japan, so I'm sure they already had like big stadiums for like stuff like that. But I doubt that they were like as prepared. You know,
But I bet Japan was good about it and didn't fucking hire like Indians to come in and then give them no fucking treatment and then they all died. Like Qatar.
Qatar.
Fuck
Well, that's
Qatar,
the World
bro.
Cup. That's different.
It's a shitty country. They shouldn't get the
Whoa,
World Cup.
You're gonna piss off all the Qatarians listening.
Bro, literally like 100 workers died, man. What the hell?
100, bro. No, it's definitely more than 100.
Damn. It's ridiculous.
If you guys could choose like one Olympic sport to watch, what would you guys choose to watch?
Speed
like,
walking.
Wait, are you joking?
Nah, dude, that's just fun, dude. It's so much fun to watch. Have you watched speed walking?
Actually, never.
No, you should watch a clip of it, dude. It's insane. Like it's just like the way they walk it's ridiculous. And like they go so fucking fast. Like I don't know. It's like borderline jogging, but they're not. They're walking. It's like I think it takes like actual talent to pull that off.
That's an Olympic sport.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's-
even know that.
That's what I was gonna say,
Yeah, I watched it before a lot.
but I didn't want to
I mean, on
piss
the
off
TV.
avid speed walkers that listen to your podcast.
Yo, hold on. Become a professional speed walker, will you?
Yeah, you could do it. You have insane long legs, bro. You
I'm
can
pretty
just
sure
go
my
one
mom-
step and
my
make to the
mom's
finish
like
line.
a certified speed walker. She walks every day, but she like brags about like
Does
how
it
many-
fast?
Yeah, I mean she usually walks fast when I'm with her, but I mean I don't know how fast like it is compared to these Olympians, you know.
Yo, just start training. Walk around the house quickly.
No, but an actual answer. Probably like a swim event, like butterfly or something. That shit's pretty
I think
cool.
I'd do that too.
Butterfly's insane, bro. They take like the quick, like how quick they move. Like they literally have like 4 strokes and already like at the length of the pool. It's ridiculous. I don't know how they do it.
Their dive, like the dive, or when they flip and bounce off the wall,
Yeah,
that gives them like a third at least, right, of the
Yeah.
of the length.
Yeah.
I always thought that the way they turn and go back is so cool. Like, they do it so
Yeah.
seamlessly. But outside of swimming, I'd probably say track and field events, like the short sprints stuff. And beach volleyball is fun too.
Mm.
Yep.
Very fun. Yeah, I would say the what's the group sprint called? I forget. Where they pass off the baton.
The
I
relay.
think it's a
Relays.
relay.
Yeah, the relay. I think that's really cool because it's individual yet team at the same time.
Dude, the speed walking thing has me it's making me wonder if they could speed walk a mile faster than some people run a mile.
100%.
Guaranteed, yeah.
100%, bro. There's some
crazy.
slow ass fuckers out there, man.
Yeah, who would be slow? Definitely not me.
Yeah, hopefully the Olympics still goes on. That
Dude,
would-
yeah,
would be
there's
nice
a lot
to
of there's
see.
a lot of money they're gonna miss out on too.
That'd be crazy if they canceled it for one cycle.
Yeah,
Bro, that would
Especially,
suck
like,
for all the
the gymnasts,
30
man.
something. Oh,
I think like the gymnasts like those girls only get like what 2 Olympics because like usually they like switch
Yeah.
out like after like 2 years or after 8 years or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forget about that. Like athletes don't have a lot of time because they get old.
Yeah, like I mean like basketball and like soccer and stuff like those guys don't even like. Oh, at least for soccer, like they don't even go to like a lot of them don't go to the Olympics. They always put the younger guys because like they just play so much throughout the year. But then like there's a lot of the Olympic sports where like you don't get that much, like you don't get that many events outside of the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
So like you got
no. The thing is you get a lot of events, but none of them are like as popular.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant.
That's
I meant you don't
true.
get that much traction.
Like you
outside
don't
of the
get
Olympics.
money or like even like
sponsorships.
notoriety or anything. Like think about I don't know what's some fucking not whack, but like unpopular like sport like at the Olympics. Like I don't know, fucking
Curling.
fencing. Oh
I think curling the Winter Olympics.
yeah,
Oh.
it's winter.
I'm
It's always
surprised
cold,
you
man.
know so much about the Olympics.
Croquet.
Is that I'll just take your word for it. Whatever.
Fucking know.
Crockett.
But fucking these people probably do it 3 times a month. Like they have I don't fucking bro.
Wait, you know croquet that well?
I don't fucking know, bro. I could be right. I could be wrong. Who knows?
I mean,
like-
gymnastics is a good example, though. I don't think I know who Gabby Douglas is or like Simone Biles is without the Olympics.
I feel like gymnastics and like track and field they get a good amount of like coverage outside of the Olympics. I feel like
Really?
track and field definitely does. I'm pretty sure gymnastics does too.
Maybe in college.
Yeah, but we don't
after
watch
that,
it though.
No, I've seen it like on TV.
Like people like
before.
us don't care though, but you don't know who like won.
No,
Like,
I like
last year.
watching track and field events. It's fun to watch. Like
Oh,
outside the
okay.
Olympics too.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Like it's not like readily available for people to just look at. Like people don't.
No,
look at
I mean
Twitter
I
and,
I agree.
like,
I
oh
agree.
my
I'm also
god,
like,
look at the 2019 relay race. Like no one gives a shit.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying like these events will have like big crowds and stuff. But like what Christian was saying, like all like the unorthodox sports that like don't get those crowds and don't get those viewing numbers. Like
That's fair.
those guys need the Olympics basically.
And think about like the small ass countries who's like, I don't know, they pride themselves on like this one like event,
Yeah.
That's
Like,
true.
I don't know. They get their time to shine. Oh, bodybuilding. Those fuckers. They're the weightlifters.
Mm.
Yo, those dudes look like something out of Donkey Kong, bro. They got fucking insane muscles.
And women, bro, they're bodybuilders too.
Yeah, they also look like Donkey Kong. I wasn't, picking, one gender. What's something else that we're looking forward to coming back to normal in 2021, other than like events and traveling?
I mean, I'm good otherwise, bro. I don't really care.
I just want to go out again.
Yeah, I feel like events and traveling open up so much. Like we can visit each other. Like if I don't know if Haran's in California and he lets me visit him, I can visit him.
We let
I
you
can come to
wait, why do you-
Boston.
wait, what? Why did they let you visit me?
Dude, I'll get my field trip pass. I'll get a sign.
Permissions.
the sign. The sign. I fucking forgot about that shit. You could like get the sign, like you can get on the bus with your friend or some shit. It's so stupid.
I think something I also took for granted before was like restaurants. I miss sitting in restaurants and being
Yeah.
outside of my house to
Mhm.
eat food.
Yeah.
I miss being able to go to the gym or like play basketball or something.
Yeah.
That's
feel
what
that.
that's
Yeah,
what I
actually,
miss the most. Because
Gym
like,
is a big part.
because first of all, even if they are open around me, like I'm like staying away from it because I just don't want to take that risk.
You just don't even
But
know who's
also-
using it. Like you can't control it. So
Yeah, like even if they say like, oh, we sanitize everything, you do all that, like you could say that, and I'm sure you do it, but like unless I see you following every fucker around
Mhm.
and washing everything down after they use it, like how much can you really trust it?
yeah.
Yeah, I drove by the gym I used to go to, and there's just so many people in there, and none of them are wearing masks. They're all just like exercising, and
Yeah.
like no one really cared in there. I just don't understand it.
Also, like gym is, it's gross,
Nasty.
dude. I mean, like the whole point is to like touch everything, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like. I was thinking about it was really weird, but I was thinking about it because I was watching an NFL game and an NBA game. An NFL game, the referees are wearing masks, but in the NBA games, they're not.
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of weird because when it comes to NFL, there's already like outside of the referees, there's already 22 dudes on the field, and the referees. I was thinking about maybe the referees move more in basketball, so that they need to like have a better ability to breathe, I guess. But I was thinking about it in football, like these dudes can sometimes run up and down the fucking field, just like on a single play, like if it's a really long play or something. Like I don't know. I feel like maybe you should, because a lot of these dudes are old too. I mean, there's like very few young refs.
But they probably have like their
So-
own protocol that they're following to like I mean, I guess be COVID free.
No, I agree.
And maybe
but I
like
think it's-
maybe it's more lenient for the for like the for the football ones and the basketball ones. I don't know. Like maybe because like the basketball referees aren't wearing masks, like they have to be more strict about what they do off the court. Like they have to follow like the same stuff the
Yeah.
players do. Maybe the NFL refs don't have to. I don't know. That's the only thing I think of.
That's true.
How do you blow a whistle with a mask on?
With a button.
Like
That's
that
actually
was
a
one
good
of those
point.
buttons.
That is a good
Well-
point. I think about that.
I think they have it underneath their mask, like they like bring it up.
Also, I
underneath
mean,
and
they
just, like,
take their
always have it
mask
there.
off to like say what the penalty is and stuff. So
In
they probably
football?
could take their
Yeah.
take their mask off.
But
to
but
blow
that's
the
really only for TV.
But
You
football,
know?
you don't blow the whistle. Do you?
Yeah, don't you throw
Yeah, you do.
flags?
Oh yeah,
whistle. They blow whistles also.
they blow. Yeah, they blow.
Oh,
whistles.
I didn't know
They
that.
both play dead.
One thing I don't understand is like coaches like wear masks on the floor and then they just take them off like whenever they want just to like, get their point across. Like, at least in basketball, like what's the point?
Yeah, no,
You're traveling with
the
the team the whole time. You should be getting tested too, just like the players. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, the soccer. It's just like it's for show, man.
Yeah,
In soccer, like a couple of the managers wear, and some of them just don't at all.
Well, I feel like it's good that if it's for show because it's supposed to reinforce to like
Mhm.
everybody watching.
no,
that,
I
like,
get it, but like,
You
if
should
it's
wear
not-
the masks.
If
you
it's
know?
not like consistent throughout all the coaches, then it's not sending the right message, right?
I guess. But didn't we talk about this before with like TV shows where like part of it is you want to escape and part of it is like
Yeah, but that's
Reinforcing,
that's
like,
showing
reality.
a different reality. This is this is actually happening. Like these are actual athletes that are
no,
facing.
no, I
COVID.
agree.
Yeah,
But like I don't know. I get why some don't do it and I don't really agree with it because nowhere like in the world except for apparently New Zealand is like completely free of the virus. So
apparently there's been an outbreak again in Australia or something. but they were doing
Of what,
They
fire
were doing
or
pretty
COVID?
well in COVID. They were
Oh.
doing pretty well, but I think recently it got worse again or something.
Hey, but at least we're not England.
Tier 4. Tune, you've been quiet, bro.
I mean, I don't have anything to say. What do you want me
Do you even say your favorite Olympic sport?
to... Archery's pretty good.
Can we edit that in there, Christian?
Dude, I think
Just out of
India's good at
nowhere.
archery.
Just like a long.
It is
pause.
good at archery, you're right? And shooting, right? Shooting, they're also good at. Has India even gotten a gold medal in like the past fucking?
They probably did.
Ever?
I hope so.
I feel like I've seen
Bro, I
India
bet they're
or,
really
like,
good at shot
Singapore
put,
and like
though.
weightlifting. I'm pretty sure before. Like I think I've seen an Indian person like finish in like bronze, silver, and gold in weightlifting.
Mm.
Are you gonna train your kids to be Olympians?
Nah, man.
Why not?
That's not where the money's at.
Yeah.
I don't have the genes for
Okay.
it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
My girl better be 7 foot, like 500 pounds of straight muscle to balance.
500
You know it
pounds of
doesn't,
straight
like,
muscle.
even out. Bro, you're gonna marry an elephant at this rate.
That's straight, bro. They'll be Olympians.
I'm never gonna make my kid like good at sports though. That's for sure. I'm gonna spend a lot of
You
time.
can't make them.
No,
you can't
they
make
will
them.
have to be.
All right, just
Ron, what are you gonna name your kid?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet.
start thinking.
Why?
Happy birthday.
I don't
Put
want
him
to.
on the spot.
Wait, have you guys thought about kid names already? Or like have you already?
Hell
Fuck
no.
no.
Dude, I'm still in school, man. I just want to graduate.
Mark's just crying right now.
I'd probably name him things I want him to be. Because if he's not those things, then it'd be weird, you know?
You name him successful.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, successful, come over here.
if I named him successful, but he wasn't, I would just shorten it to like Sucky. As in, like,
Why would you do
Yo,
that?
Come
To
suck.
Yo, big suck, come over.
My name is successful, but I go by Suck.
My parents call me suck.
Dude, we're gonna be the shittiest parents of all time.
Dude, all of our kids, well, I don't know if they will, but if all of our kids are friends, they're all gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with all of our parents?
it's probably gonna be weird though, right? Because realistically, we all won't have kids at the same time, so they won't be the same age like us.
Oh no, we have to synchronize.
No, we'll Imagine like your wife is like about to give birth, like no.
Wait.
My-
You have to
Not-
wait like
not
2
yet.
weeks.
Christian's wife is not ready yet. We must wait.
I was listening to a podcast, and this person was talking about how his kid is born on November 1st, but while his wife was pregnant, he was like, "All right, 7 more hours. I want," because he wanted to be a Halloween baby.
Oh.
So I was like, "All right, almost there. Just push it out now, like 4 hours, like counting down."
My dude definitely got
Jeez.
kicked out of the room.
Oh, we didn't have a chance to talk about this. We'll get to it real quick. Speaking of kids and weird shit like that, Playboy Cardi. First of all, fuck him. Second of all, fuck him because did you see all the shit that Iggy dropped on Twitter? Oh,
Wait, like,
yo,
white girl like
I saw
Yeah,
that
Iggy's
she
yeah,
What,
yeah.
what the
mentioned
fuck other
something.
Iggy do you know, dog?
Andre Iguodala, bro. What do you mean?
Oh, okay.
No, because she had his kid.
Mhm.
Did you know that? Okay. Holy shit! So the night of his album release, which I don't want to talk about the album at all.
Wait, I thought you said
Uh,
there's one song that you like.
Yeah, one, but there's 24 songs,
Hey, 1 for 24 is not bad, man.
bro.
We take those.
We take
we
those.
take those.
My dude dropped a single, but also just dropped 23 songs as well.
So, oh my god, I don't really want to go through her whole fucking. Oh my god, she tweets so much. Never mind. Basically, so they have a kid, right? Apparently, the kid's name is Onyx, which I think is talk about shitty child names. Holy cock. Anyway, so this was like 3 minutes after the album dropped, and she was like, "Oh, very nice for you to drop an album, but when you were gonna have an album release party, your son and I weren't invited.
God damn.
And not only did he drop his album that night, but that was also Christmas.
Mhm.
For those that don't know. And apparently during the release party, or no, during when she was giving birth, he said that because they could only have one person in the room due to COVID and everything, like one person like visit or something. She was like, okay, I want the father of my child, even though I think they were broken up at that time. And so like she invited him or whatever the fuck it was. Apparently he was supposed to come through, but then he ditched it to go play PS4 with Lil Uzi Vert.
Yo, for the boys.
Wait, that's a good excuse.
So
I mean,
Wait, I
Bro.
thought they had
I
beef
would,
or something.
I would
Wait,
probably
what do you
also.
think?
What?
What do you say? You would ditch your kid's birth for to play PS4 with the boys?
No, with Lil Uzi Vert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
yeah, but that's like on the scale, that is just the boys for him. That's not.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably like a good friend.
And then, bro, this is
That's
just
so funny.
so much
That's
other
so
shit.
funny.
And he posted a picture of him and his son yesterday, and it said the caption was no sleep. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna show you guys.
At least the kid
Uh,
gonna have money.
Oh, for sure.
Mhm.
But the caption was no sleep, and the kid, poor kid, fucking looks like he came out of the womb comatose, bro. Look.
Oh my lord.
Oh my god.
Why does he have a
The first
mohawk?
response was like, hey, yo, that kid definitely needs sleep. So shout out to Playboy Cardi for being like the absolutely worst father I've seen in the last like year.
Wait, what's his name?
100%. Onyx, bro.
Onyx.
Oh, Onyx. Right,
Like the
right.
Pokemon.
Yo, Onyx is tough though. That's fire.
Yeah, that's a pretty hype name, to be fair.
You think Iggy knows it's a Pokemon though?
I don't think so. I think it's also like a stone or some sort.
Yeah, I
of-
think it's a
Yeah.
stone as well.
Bro, why your son look like he'd been up for 40 plus hours? Give him a nap.
Sometimes I can't imagine some celebrities having a child or being like a parent.
Because you
I
don't
wonder
think
if
they have
that's
the
like a-
time, or like you
Or
just know
the
their
physical
personality wise.
capability?
You don't think they'll have it. They shouldn't have
Well,
it.
I mean, obviously I don't know them personally, but just like based off of like the media's portrayal of who they are, and also like I guess like what they post and how they present themselves is very difficult for me to like understand.
Kanye is like the example.
Yeah.
I can see Kanye as like a protective dad. I think.
Bro, Kanye looks like if you said something like not even incorrect, but something that he didn't like, he might just get somebody to beat your ass up.
Yeah, 100%.
He's definitely a psycho in so many ways.
If Kanye's listening, I apologize.
Bro,
Yeah,
I don't,
Kanye
bro.
was
Give me the
listening.
clout.
Hey,
this
if Kanye was
podcast.
listening, that'd be fucking wild, dude.
Drive to Tarun's house. Beat him the fuck up. Film it so he can get clout, because I know that's all he wants, clout and money. So just drop off like 60 bands, beat him up, video it, leave. I got you.
Thank you for getting me beat up.
Hey, man, it's all about the 60 racks, you know.
Do you take a commission?
Yeah, no, I got 120 racks, but that's not the point.
What the fuck?
Did anything else interesting happen ever?
I watched Soul yesterday.
Oh,
How was it? I'm gonna watch it today.
I thought
What
it was
is
pretty
that?
good.
I
It's
thought
like
so
the
too.
new Disney movie.
No.
The animation was so good, bro. Like, as like a creative person, and like art and whatnot, like the art direction, just like I don't know how Disney creates these concepts. It's like it's really fucking mind boggling how they like break up like these I guess like lessons, like these really beautiful lessons that they teach kids, and through like such a like a I don't know like indirect like such an abstract story with abstract characters. I don't know. It's really inspiring.
Do you think the same people work on like these Pixar movies? Like, do you think they have like a usual group of people that like come up with these ideas? Or
Well,
like,
I feel like someone must be like selling the script or the idea to Pixar or Disney, and then Pixar and Disney like bring it to life, if that makes sense.
You don't think they generated in-house? Like the idea?
Well, they might. I mean, I don't exactly know how it works, to be honest, but I feel like
No, just because like they just put out so many good movies. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there's just like a consistent team of people that are always involved with the same like Pixar movies.
I mean, I think
I
the
like the
root of it is probably like they have a recipe for how to do it, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, coming up with like the ideas and I guess animation style is kind of difficult. I'd imagine.
I like to run a flashback to like 10 episodes ago. We were absolutely shitting on Disney for running the same movies over and over again.
I mean, like as a kid, I never like found fault with Disney movies. Even now, like I don't really find fault with it. I mean, like yeah, they could be like maybe a little more creative, but like honestly, most of the movies I watch Pixar, that they do a really good job with like what they portray. I feel like.
Mhm.
I feel like Disney does a good job of like I guess milking its content and reusing it, but also
Welcome
I
to
think
our
I've
podcast.
noticed what?
I said you talking about our podcast or Disney?
Both. No, but also I think I've noticed over the years they do some like different thing, or they're more progressive about what they show. Like I've noticed the past maybe like 10 years now, they always put something sad or make the ending of a movie sad. And I was talking about this with like Toy Story. The first two Toy Story movies I associate are like happy. They have happy endings.
Mhm.
And then the third and fourth one are really sad endings. They're like not something that fans necessarily would want, but it's still an ending, which is like decent.
I think the way they did that is because like maybe they're trying to like relate to the kids that were growing up with the Toy Story movies, and like maybe as you grow up, you get more you have more realistic outlook on life.
For sure, I agree.
So maybe like that's why they went with the darker tone for the latter movies, because like it's to relate to those kids that grew up with Toy Story.
But the creativity definitely blows my mind. Like, it is also crazy to me that it's people pretty much our age or a little older that are now being a part of this workforce to generate like creativity or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'm just still a bum at home. Like, it's pretty crazy to me. Like, even you guys are like content creators now.
That is
That's
very
a- that's a
loose
generous
term
use.
of the.
Loose use of the term.
We're content
Technically-
chasers, I think is the right word. For me.
Hey, man, we come up with our own ideas. Now, whether they're good or not, that's a whole different story. But we come up with them.
All right, Arth. So now I know that Soul has a sad ending when I watch it today.
It doesn't have a sad ending necessarily. It was a little surprising, but
Mhm.
it wasn't sad necessarily.
Speaking of sad endings, we're gonna have one right now because we're gonna leave you all. But we want to thank Arth for stopping by for this episode. It's episode 40. 40.
Oh,
Hey.
Big 40. Thanks, Arth, for coming through. Is there anything you want to plug other than fucking the patient application?
The
to
prostate.
get touched by
Or-
children.
Wait, what?
I guess.
I thought you described it.
No, not
Yeah,
children, students.
Students. My bad.
Chill out.
Let's check out the Instagram post for this podcast, and I'll plug the thing for being a patient. So
It'd be a
follow
huge-
me.
huge
I
link.
need followers, so follow me. But thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on, man.
No, thanks for coming through, Art. Let's one more quick thing. What are you specifically studying in med school? Do you know?
Medicine.
Okay,
Nice.
good enough.
I think you meant to ask like, what do you want to like
Yeah,
specialize
yeah.
in?
I haven't really thought about what I want to do yet, but I think initially I wanted to do pediatrics, but I think I've realized I'm really good at procrastinating, so I might procrastinate that decision to later.
You got time.
I respect that.
Stick to what you're good at.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, can we get one hot take from Art? Because if you guys didn't know, Art is very good at hot takes that they're just very interesting takes on anything. But
That are
do you have a hot take for this coming year, Art?
The Cleveland Cavaliers will make the playoffs.
Yes, I agree.
I don't even think that's a hot take. I mean, they look pretty good so far, but maybe by
That's
the
a pretty
time
hot take.
you guys listen to this episode halfway into January, things have changed.
They'll still have 3 wins. All right. Well, again, thanks Arth for coming through. And thanks to everybody for listening to 40 episodes. Oh my god. But yeah, that's it for this week, and we can't wait to see you guys next week. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Art. Bye.